Hello guys, welcome back. So our today topic of discussion is DNA replication, which is from the molecular biology. As this topic is very much important for the CSI and NET set examination, right? So in this video lecture, we are going to discuss what is DNA replication, how DNA replication process, and what kind of enzymes, how they use in during the process. Right. So let's begin. So first of all, we need to know that what is replication. Replication means to produce the identical copy of the parent, right? So we sometimes say this is the replica of something, right? So replica mean the identical copy of the original one. So as the definition says that two identical DNA from the original DNA produce daughter DNA, right? As this is the two identical DNA, as this is the structure of DNA. So as this is the one template strand and this is the another template strand. So this template strand is a parent strand which gives rise to daughter strand, as this two gives rise to daughter strand. So the daughter strand is as same or identical to their parent strand. So the transmission of chromosomal DNA from generation to generation, right? So in what happen in case of DNA replication, the transmission of chromosomal DNA from generation to generation, through one generation to another generation. As in case of we see in the mitosis. So the as prophase, metaphase, anaphase, there are various phases occur here, and during the telophase, two daughter cells divide and the equal amount of chromosomal DNA will divide, right? So the transmission of chromosomal DNA from generation to generation is known as DNA. During the process of DNA is known as DNA replication, right? So this can only occur when replication of chromosomal DNA is accurately occur. So if this replication is not occur accurately, then it will stop or it will halt, and this halt is checked by checkpoints, as checkpoints occur in cell cycle. So in checkpoints they check where the error, and they accurate the error of various enzymes or various proteins. They accurate the errors, and the process was going on, right? So as DNA replication occur in the S phase. So there are various phases in cell cycle. G1 S phase, G2 phase, M phase is the mitosis phase where cell division occur. So the DNA replication occur in the synthesis phase, which is S phase. This leads to the distribution of two copies of entire genome in the each daughter cell. As I said earlier that in telophase there are two daughter cell produced, and each divided by equal genome or chromosomal DNA, right? Distribute equal chromosomal DNA. So next is site of DNA replication is known as origin of DNA replication, or ORC, origin recognition complex. So site of DNA replication, let's assume this is the site. This sequence, this much sequence is the site. So this site is called origin of DNA replication. So a unit of DNA, as this is the unit of DNA, is known as, this is the site of replication, and the replication performed there is known as replicon. This unit is known as replicon. A unit of DNA known as replicon, right? So replicons are two types, unidirectional and bidirectional. So in prokaryotes, bidirectional replicon present. So in case of bidirectional replicon, replication occur by the two sides, and the two strands both performing the replication. And as this is two strands and both performing the replication, so one strand is leading strand, which is continuous strand, which perform the replication, and second strand is the lagging strand. In lagging strand, Okazaki fragments is present, right? And in case of eukaryotes, unidirectional type of replicon present, and the replicon is linear in this case, and in case of bidirectional, replicon is circular. So in prokaryote, the circular chromosome contain unique origin. In prokaryote, circular chromosome have unique origin or a specific origin present where the replication starts, and DNA replication proceed bidirectionally. And in case of eukaryotes, there are multiple replication origin present on a single replicon. There is no specific origin present there, and this is known as unidirectional, where replicon is linear. So there is a mechanism in there is a mechanism which is known as central dogma, through which the protein is made in our body. So what is the fate of this DNA? Why this DNA divide? This divide to produce DNA, and why the DNA, it leads to the formation of protein. So why the protein, as DNA is formed by the replication, and by the replication the daughter DNA leads to the formation of RNA, which is transcript, and transcript leads to the formation of protein. DNA produced by the process of replication, RNA produced by the process of transcription, and protein produced by the process of translation. So this is the diagram of DNA, how this strand is uncoiled and the DNA replication is performing in this case. So there are two strands occur here. First is lagging strand present over here, and this is the leading strand. So in case of lagging strand, Okazaki fragments are present, right? These are the fragments present which leads to performing the replication. But for the performance of the replication, it needs a RNA primer to proceed, right? In some case, something is need to perform, something is need to start the replication, and that something is known as RNA primer. So first of all, what happened to the strand is, first of all, the strand becomes uncoiled by the topoisomerase enzyme. This leads to uncoil of the strand, right? And after that, helicase enzymes act on it. Helicase DNA B enzyme act on it and broke the strand, right? After that, this DNA alpha and DNA delta. DNA alpha and delta occur in case of eukaryote, but in case of prokaryote, DNA polymerase 3 enzyme acts for the process of replication, right? So here is the DNA ligase enzyme. After the completion of the process of DNA replication, DNA ligase attack on it and they join these fragments, right? And this is the DNA primase enzyme which help in the elongation by the process, right? So it is also known as DNA G. So this single strand binding protein act on it. After the disruption of this or breakdown of the strand by the helicase, this single strand DNA binding protein acts on here and they prevent the strand for recoil, right? And this DNA polymerase delta act on this strand and prevent and leads to the formation of a replication, process of replication, right? So these are the some kind of enzyme which participate in the process of replication. So there are some proteins which is right over here sequence wise. So protein involved in the initiation of replication are DNA A, which is helicase guide. So this helicase guide the helicase enzyme to act on the specific site, right? Single stranded binding protein which act on the strand and prevent them recoil. And DNA V enzyme, that is helicase, involved in the process of disruption of this strand. DNA C helicase loader. This also help to load the enzyme to the specific position. And DNA G enzyme, that is primase, help to priming the DNA elongation or help to perform the DNA replication activity, right? Next is protein required for the chain elongation and connecting Okazaki fragment. So main protein or enzyme which is used for the elongation is DNA polymerase, right? As this is the DNA pol delta alpha and pol delta. This is uh, this is the main, and these are the main enzyme which help in the replication. Single stranded binding protein gyrase prevent the as this topoisomerase, also known as DNA, also have the DNA gyrase activity. So these help in recoil or uncoil activity. DNA ligase help to attach the broken fragment. And next is protein for the termination of DNA replication. So there is one protein which involved in this case is terminus binding protein. As there is a protein DNA polymerase which required a single stranded template. So as this required one template to perform the replication, right, can only elongate existing primer strand, and it only elongate existing primer strand unless or until the primer is not attached, it is not performing their function, right? And DNA helicase is used for the breakdown of strand, right? Breakdown of this hydrogen bonding during the replication. DNA primase synthesize short primer. This short primer which is attached on the beginning of the chain leads to the formation of prime the DNA chain elongation. So next is event during initiation. So there are various events occur during the initiation process of DNA replication. So first of all, binding of DNA A protein to ORC. This DNA A protein, which is helicase guide the helicase protein to attach to the specific location. It guides to the DNA A protein to bind to OREC, that is origin recognition complex. Next is loading of DNA helicase. So loading of DNA helicase is occur by the DNA C enzyme. Helicase open the helix. As this helicase open the helix after the process of topoisomerase and bind the primase protein. This primase protein help in the synthesis of the RNA primer. So initiation of DNA polymerization by the DNA polymerase. The next step is known as elongation. So during the elongation process, a step-by-step addition of these deoxyribonucleotide units to the DNA chain occurs. So the elongation carries on. So DNA polymerase catalyzes the step-by-step addition of DNA ribonucleotide unit to the DNA chain. So these units attached one by one to the DNA chain and leads the process of elongation. Chain elongation reactions catalyzed by DNA polymerase enzyme is a nucleophilic attack. So this 3-OH and is attacked to the 5- this phosphate group, phosphate atoms of the deoxyribonucleotide triphosphate. So when this attached to this phosphate, these alpha, beta, gamma, there are 3 phosphate. When this attached to the alpha phosphate, this beta and gamma phosphate eliminate from this deoxyribonucleotide, right? So elongation of chain occur in the 5- to 3- direction. It only occur in the 5- to 3- direction. As this is the reaction which is performing by here. So D and T, deoxyribonucleotide monophosphate plus deoxyribonucleotide triphosphate. Whenever this monophosphate, this monophosphate attack on this triphosphate, these 3-OH and attach to the phosphorus, and this beta and gamma eliminate through this deoxyribonucleotide. So as each fork, right, there are 2 forks, right? So one fork is known as leading strand, where the continuous strand occur, known as the leading strand, and from a single primer. And during the leading strand process, a single primer is needed to perform the replication and grows in the 5- to 3- direction. So something like this DNA replication fork, this kind of structure occur when this deoxyribonucleotide attack on the phosphate group. So synthesis of lagging strand is somewhat complicated to leading strand, as DNA polymerase has a nucleotide only on the 3' end of the primer, and there are multiple primer need during this discontinuous strand, because there are multiple fragments over here, and each fragment need multiple primer to attach over here, right? So these nucleotide are add only on the 3' end of the primer or the growing DNA strand. So these short pieces of DNA is known as Okazaki fragments, are repeatedly synthesized. These are synthesized repeatedly on the lagging strand template, as this is the lagging strand template, as a 3' to 5' direction, and this continuous strand is synthesized in the 5' to 3' direction. It never synthesized along the 3' to 5', and these two strands are from the opposite direction, that is 5' to 3' or 3' to 5'. It never be in the 3' to 3' or 3' to 3', right? So same in case of lagging strand, but in case of lagging strand, the nucleotide added on the 3' end, or this 3' end is known as the growing DNA strand, right? So this is all about the DNA replication, as DNA replication is a very important from the examination point of view. So this is all about the DNA replication. Thank you.